How's it going, folks? It's Lobo. Thank you so much for joining me today for another episode of Peacemaker. I'm finally on season 2. We are now entering the DCU. And in case you missed out on my season 1 reaction to Peacemaker, that's in the playlist in the description. All 8 episodes are there. And if I'm not mistaken, I also believe that this season is, or at least should be, 8 episodes as well. And once again, this is in the DCU. I have no idea how we're going to work around some of the canon issues, and for the sake of continuity, there's naturally going to be some retcons. We're going to change some of those details. It all has to fit in with where the DCU is structured, and obviously some actors are gone. They're playing different characters. I have no idea how this is going to work. I've talked a bit about this during the course of my season 1 reaction. If it were me, I just would have gutted and been like, we're not continuing with this. We're just going to start fresh with new cast members playing new characters. These characters I love and enjoy, but they're not like essential to the grand scheme of, let's say, the Justice League and where they're going to set up the DCU in the next 10 years or so. These aren't major players, but I understand from James Gunn's point of view that he wants to do this again because it was well received. He liked doing it. He likes the actors and he just likes the characters as well. I think the general rule of thumb that they've come to say with how old canon works to new is that if it's not mentioned in text or speech during conversations, then it never happened. It's not canon until it's canon. And the way I've come to understand it before watching any of this, the way my mind is trying to process how this could possibly work is it's kind of like a Spider-Man situation. You look at parallel to one another, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Both Spider-Man lost their Uncle Ben. Tobey, because he got scammed out of his wrestling money, he let the thief go, who ended up killing Uncle Ben ultimately in the end. Well, technically it was Flint Marko, but you know what I'm talking about. And then on the other side, you have Andrew Garfield's Peter, who couldn't afford milk. He let the thief go in the convenience store, and then he ended up killing Uncle Ben. So obviously those two are different. The details in between are different, but the beginning point and end points remain the same. That Uncle Ben, yes, was killed both times by a thief that their subsequent Peter let go. And then ultimately, as a result of that, they became Spider-Man. So I think when we look at it like this, like we have Peacemaker season 1, Peacemaker season 2. Two Peacemakers. Peacemaker season 2 Peacemaker, who in the multiverse happens to be on the same Earth as the DCU is set. He went through a very similar journey of dealing with Starro, being locked up in Belle Reve, subsequently let go to only be thrown into the operation of dealing with butterflies. But maybe some of those details in between changed, like his team members were different. Maybe some things just kind of unfolded differently. Like this event took place earlier and never did at all, but those endpoints of the big things like deaths and defeating the butterflies, defeating Starro, that all remains the same, but it's those small details in between are what's flexible. So I imagine that's how it's going to go. Again, I'm pretty clearly assuming that we're dealing with the multiverse here. I have to say, the reason I think it's dealing with the multiverse, for one, like logistically, it has to. How do you explain this? And two, I think when this first premiered, there were trailers and photos and stuff, and I tried to steer clear. I have done a pretty good job all the way up to the point of now. But I think I saw like it was Peacemaker in a new costume, which is not a big issue, but he was standing in front of season 1 Peacemaker. Like, I don't know if that was kind of like, now that I know he sees his father in his own mind, I don't know if it was like a manifestation of a darker side of him that he's seeing, or if it's like, hey, here's a multiverse version of him. I don't know yet. We'll get into that if it ever emerges. And I just think I said it would kind of be like a funny Deadpool thing, like the end of Deadpool 2, if they just like throw in Peacemaker season 2 version and he goes and kills his old self from a different world, and like, we're gonna tag along and follow this one from now on. I don't know. It could be that, or it could be none of that. And also on the topic of spoilers, I'm aware that the Justice Gang is in this, as well as Lex Luthor, so no surprises there. Timeline-wise, this takes place after Superman, and I just rewatched Superman again sometime last week, or 2 weeks ago, rather. So it's still fresh in my mind. I don't think it's that essential because it's following Peacemaker. It might tap on certain things that happen. It's mostly just the characters, honestly. But I will say that there is one word that stood out in the chatter, spoiler chatter of Peacemaker season 2 when I kind of caught wind on social media. Is something called salvation. Unfortunately, I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming it's something from the comics. Maybe it's something James Gunn came up with that's entirely original. I'm not sure. I'm not going to look it up, obviously, so we're just going to experience it now. But I think salvation is either a concept or a place. So just wrapping up, I think we are going to deal with the Peacemaker that had a very similar story to Old Earth multiverse season 1 Peacemaker, but those details and characters and such, they have changed and they're different and they fit in line with how the DCU's timeline has progressed. I just put my bracelet on now and I'm ready for the DCU version of Christopher Smith, aka Peacemaker. Oh yeah, we got the DC Studios intro now. Oh, this is so bizarre.
Previously in the DCU.
I was thinking, like, maybe you could call in the Justice Gang.
Justice Gang? Okay, we're seeing those details change. Call the Justice Gang. So it's gonna be them plus Superman and Supergirl. Now I'm just thinking about it. Are some of these characters gonna be gone? Because the mission's over. They don't need to stick around anymore. The team's broken up. He's got a new home now. Snow outside. He's living in his dad's place. Same underwear. Some things never change, even in a parallel world. Wonder if he kept the suit. Who the fuck is that? What is that? Is that a like normal guy wearing a costume? That doesn't look very realistic.
Hey. Morning.
Very alien looking design. I don't mean that like an alien from outer space. I mean like from the movie. That skin tight black skeletal look. This place is massive.
Dumbass.
Where's this door go to now? Is it like connected to both worlds? Those helmets look way different. So his pocket dimension hideout unfortunately connects to all the other Peacemakers using the same hideout? Is that how this is working? Maybe not, because look at this room. This does not scream Chris to me. Top trio. The top trio does it again.
You okay, pal? You sleepwalking again?
What the
Look like
fuck?
you've seen the ghost.
Okay, that's not what I thought. I thought he's gonna run to another version of himself, not his dad. Oh no, they changed the intro song. Hey, Juno Master's back. Right. I forgot Rick Flag Sr.'s in this. I don't understand the fixation on that character, honestly. Who's that in the other suit? And so this would be a multiverse version of her? What the fuck is going on? But I'm so glad Robert Patrick is back. That was one of my fears since they killed him off in season 1, which I didn't expect. I also see Michael Rooker in the background. Wow, even Adrian looks so different. Dance routine is still good. I am very saddened though that the original song is gone though. This will take some getting used to. Wow, okay. So it's not just like, here's a new Peacemaker, here's old Peacemaker. We're doing another world as well. Even his dad's house looks different. I mean, this is the DCU Peacemaker. Obviously, things look different.
Still weird seeing you come out of your old man's house.
Mine now.
Hell yeah, it is. Oh, I almost forgot. I got business cards. Check them out.
Oh, that is.
Security consulting.
Talked to Harcourt lately?
Of course. We hung out yesterday.
Did she say anything about,
Like what?
I don't know, she say anything, like about me or anything?
Like what?
I don't want to be a joke anymore, Hats. This is all I've ever wanted, you know? To be a real hero.
Are you for real? They're gonna be doing backflips to get you to join.
I'm so shook by the idea that his dad is back. Oh, God. And they were a trio team in that other world.
Welcome, Peacemaker. I'm Maxwell Lord. My company, Lord Tech, finances the Justice Gang. Green Lantern and Hawkgirl.
Hey, it's really nice to meet you.
Would you like to be called Peacemaker, or do you prefer Chris?
Oh, either's fine.
Interesting they're auditioning for the Justice Gang, because he's very talented, but he is nowhere near on their power level.
Which people did you murder not for good reasons?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't always been discriminating about violence. Lately, I've been coming to terms with the trauma I had as a kid.
Here we go.
Oh, is that popcorn still here?
The West Coast has been awash.
Excuse me?
This guy sucks.
Excuse me? This is gonna sound weird, but am I supposed to be able to hear you guys?
Do you hear me now?
Yeah?
And, now?
Yes.
Fuck. It is not funny, motherfucker.
Mr. Smith, Peacemaker, I apologize.
Yeah, he's gone. That's why that's why that chick earlier dipped. I was also wondering if we were ever going to see more of Sean Gunn as Maxwell Lord. And we did. First episode, baby. It's interesting that they're recruiting, though.
How could I have toxic masculinity?
I find the insinuation that only men can suffer from toxic masculinity a bit sexist.
You do your best to maintain a hard appearance.
So my face? I'll give you a diagnosis based on your face. You're a fucking cunt.
Write that down.
I served my country. I did everything that it asked of me. Amanda Waller may be facing congressional hearings, but she still has enough power to black book me from every intelligence agency in America.
Ms. Harcourt.
So you tell me, what the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Yeah, she can't just get a normal job. It's very interesting where we're picking up with the characters in the new season. It makes sense, though, because Waller will have her revenge. That is not a woman you want to cross.
Beat up my dashboard a little bit.
That motherfucking thing had it coming. Swing by, see how your interview went.
Perfect, yeah. Now I've been turned down by the NSA as well as the CIA. Adebayo was the one who outed Waller anyway. Why is she torturing me?
Yeah, she can't take it all out on her daughter, I guess.
So that's it? That's why you came?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless there was something else you wanted to talk about.
Like what? It happened. Whatever. But it was also a mistake. Alcohol and fuck-ups both foster amnesia, thank God.
Fuck-ups?
Not sure what else it would be.
Good.
All right, Chris, whatever. If that's what you want to think, that's fine.
The only reason I came here is to ask about your interview.
Went shit.
Great, great. There's my answer.
Yeah.
Great, trip well worth it.
Bye.
Bye.
For a rainy day. Oh, boy. He's a changed Chris, but he's still the same Chris. Good lord. That is a lot of naked extras. I can't believe as an actor, people are like, yeah, I'll totally do this. Cause some of these dudes are going solo just out in the air. And his dad would be livid, bro. This isn't his place too. Okay, we're panning outside. Why? An ice cream truck? Surveillance van. John? Yes. It's the van. It kind of looks different though.
It's an owl.
Okay.
Northern Saw-Whet.
What?
Even the restaurant's different.
Quiz me
What?
about owls. Look up owl facts and then see if I know the answer.
Are owls' eyes orbs or tubes?
Orbs.
Nope, they're tubes.
Fuck off. How can they be tubes?
I don't know.
Well, you think every time you're stepping through the forest, there'd be owl eyes everywhere if they were tubes.
Hey, Adrian, what are you doing?
I'm on the phone, Dave.
So he's manager on this world.
Dave was way cooler when he was a dishwasher back when we were friends.
Oh, he got promoted.
Oh, fuck. Economist.
You seeing this?
Yeah.
Approach and investigate.
Copy that.
Well, he's still working for Waller and them.
This is the third metahuman escape from Bell Reef.
Same reporter. Or talk show host.
The Christopher Smith thing?
The glitch.
I'm not sure it was a glitch because it just happened again. Similar to what we picked up this summer in Metropolis.
The Luther incident.
With pocket universes.
Economos' flag.
Hey, dude, I'm outside the house right now. An orgy.
What?
Group sex.
No, I heard you. Jesus, what is it with this cat?
Is he taking a picture?
You one of them, Smith?
One of what?
One of the people in the orgy.
Why do you need to know that?
All right, stay on high alert. Let me know if anything else comes up.
Copy.
Let's move this case to Argus Priority 1.
Priority 1.
Last thing we need is another dimensional rift tearing up this planet.
Oh, they're calling it the blip too, huh? Just like in the MCU. I think her name is Sasha Bordeaux. I knew she was in this. In the comics, she was like the bodyguard of Bruce Wayne at some point. I'm sure James Gunn just leveraged the character for his purposes here. I also think she's like a cyborg or something. I don't remember. It's been like a year. I'm so curious how his dad, because it's multiple universes where it's originally his father's tech. How did he get that? Because it took a mind like Lex Luthor to make something like this. So who built that shit? And he's got all awards. So he looks like a hero of this world. And he's blue, so Blue Dragon. And he's got a vastly superior place to his old one. Well, his parallel universe ones. Holy shit, this place is massive. Is he gonna get out of the truck? No, it's a bald guy.
I thought you were in Bloodhaven.
Who is that?
Keith?
You okay, man?
No.
Wow. Oh, that must be so weird.
What are you knuckleheads doing? Christopher, I thought you were in Bloodhaven.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, the three amigos are together again.
What the
old
fuck?
Man, before you get hurt.
This is creepy. Seeing his dad be nice, God, he must be so kind of jealous in a sense. This is the kind of family dynamic he wanted. He should have been born on this world.
You gotta love that boy.
Uh-huh.
That's so weird.
Fuck those imps.
So we're gonna see the Chris of this world? They said he's in Bloodhaven. They're really pronouncing the Bloodhaven. I don't know, they sounded... they said it very European-like. Because I know it's got those, like, two little... I have no idea what they're called. They've got, like, those two little dots above the U. I just say Bloodhaven, like blood! Double O's, not the weird U.
In fact, I'm willing to bet no one's ever fucked you for any reason other than money or fear.
Bitch is still gonna get swatted.
Another bar fight. Maybe she should just drink at home from now on. She should be able to go out and have a drink, but this keeps happening. She's ripping his pants off now. She's just looking for a fight, honestly. You know how bad that would hurt? Yeah, I mean, you can have all the training in the world. You're outnumbered, and that's a big-ass dude. She's at her lowest low right now. She doesn't have a purpose, no job. She doesn't care anymore. But how has it never happened before that another version has wandered into through another portal door, so to speak?
Oh, all right. Good night, brother. Keith. I love you.
Get out of here, you drunk asshole. I love you too.
Man.
Magic tunnel.
A magic tunnel?
So you don't know what that is?
Does he know Chris killed his son?
Yes, so he's wasting taxpayer money, having him surveilled 24/7
Right.
in the hopes that he screws up. We thought it was a glitch, and then yesterday it happened again. That's when I saw this. Hello, I'm fucked. I mean, it's Peacemaker, you know? He's like...
Your friend.
Well, that's pushing it, but I don't want to totally screw the guy over. But then I think about you.
You need to talk to Chris and find out the story before you go sharing shit with Argus.
If anybody sees me talking to him, I could get fired.
Now I get it.
What?
You ain't here for no advice. Fine. Did you airdrop it?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, bro!
shit.
Really?
No, wrong one.
God damn!
That's not my dick.
Whoa. Well, she was in the intro, the other version of her. Oh, shit.
I can explain. Breaking and entering into a man's home, that's solid justification for me.
Just get out of there.
Activate magic stars.
Magic stars? Oh, they're still going. But how did they not wander and find other doors? Like, they never explored this room? I'm like, oh shit, there's another door. Huh, let me punch the code and see what happens. Unless it just appeared in this room as a result of, like, say for instance, Lex screwing with the pocket dimension originally. They said the blip was the same. Oh shit, he killed that one. Well, you screwed up another world, and you just broke a family. Wow. Holy crap. I have so many questions. This is exciting, though, because I'm going to be honest, I am sick to death of the multiverse, and I'm starting to hate that shit, but it's 100% necessary here because of what they're doing. But what I was saying is, when I think Lex created a pocket universe, I think the rules is sometimes they can kind of like hum on the same frequency or whatever, so they can sync up, kind of like how they did in if you ever seen the animated Justice League show and they did the Justice Lords, that was the one time I'm like, that shit was awesome. There are instances where I love the multiverse, but I mostly hate them. But I think maybe it radiated at a frequency that it kind of synced Chris's like room with others, with this version, this world where his brother's alive and they're all not only a good family, but they're good guys. I think that's what happened. And now he killed him. I don't know if they would warm up to a Chris that has just killed their Chris, the real Chris, to them. And I just think it would be too weird because his brother's been gone for such a long part of his life. And his father is nothing like that on his own planet, on his own world, in his own universe, really. Oh, but that is so trippy. And that must be so weird for him psychologically. I knew we were going to get his dad. Well, I kind of guessed we were because of him being alive in his mind saying, you'll never get rid of me. So I'm like, oh, that's going to be interesting. Him having to grapple with his father until ultimately he's able to move on from him, completely push away, kind of like the whole Arkham Knight thing with the Joker, just lock him away in the darkest corner of your mind. But we're not doing that. We're doing a real version of the dad from a whole nother universe, and he's good this time. He's the blue dragon. His suit is blue. I mean, his suit was red and it was called the white dragon. So it could just be kind of a contrast color. But that is so weird. It's also interesting too that Argus is onto it. It's mostly just because it matches the same thing that Luthor was doing with his pocket universe. So naturally they have to investigate it. And I assume at some point we're just going to have to like sever the connection to these other worlds. But that is a very clever way of James Gunn doing it, how he's explaining the link to other, well, he technically hasn't done the OG universe yet, because we have the DCU Peacemaker who had a similar story to original season 1. I guess you could call Snyderverse Peacemaker. I know he's not Snyderverse. I said this in my very, very first episode that it's like 1.5. It's not quite Snyderverse. It's not quite DCU, but it's like the in-between. But he hasn't touched on that. We've only had the two, really, which is DCU Peacemaker and this benevolent, good Peacemaker that has his brother alive and is on good terms with his father, and they're regarded as heroes and rich. But no OG Peacemaker, so that's interesting. I wonder if we're ever going to get any bit of him. You would kind of have to, right? Because we want to explain the differences between this universe and the old one. Maybe they just kind of did with the previously on, and they changed the details of where it was like, call the Justice Gang, and they showed up, plus Superman and Supergirl. maybe that's all we're going to get. But even if you can look at it outside of here are the drastic changes between worlds, it is still what I assume is what the original characters of that world are going through. And I mean like their progressions and their futures as a character. We have Harcourt and Leota essentially being blacklisted, not having any ability to grab a job anywhere because of the retribution from Waller for outing her on live TV in front of the entire world. But John was kind of secretly part of that, but not so much that he's kind of on the edge and he has to be careful with what he does. And he's really trying to do everything Argus says because he knows, you know, one screw up and that's it. There goes his career as well. So I'm just saying, of the two worlds, it's probably the same that their stories, this is how it all went down. It makes sense. It's not like something like, oh, it has to be different to show it's different. But no, this feels like the natural next step. Like, obviously, there's going to be hell to pay with Amanda Waller. So it's just a little fascinating to pick up what the characters again, especially with a lot of them at their low points. And I just have to say again, with the Rick Flag, I'm not the only one because I see this on social media. I don't understand the fascination with his character. I don't think he's that interesting. And I don't know if it was because his first time doing animation. I've only seen Creature Commandos the one time. It wasn't my favorite, but I just thought he was kind of horrid in that. The delivery especially. I think it's because he was not trained to work in like a booth doing recordings. But some of those line deliveries to me were quite rough. And I don't think he should have been the lead of that show, in all honesty. So seeing him again here, and then he's also in Man of Tomorrow, and I don't know if he's going to lead in Creature Commando Season 2 again. It's just, I'm like, I've kind of had it with Rick Flag, honestly. The only way I can see it, and could be interesting, is him exploring, like, this is the man that killed my son. So from that point of view, I see where they're, what they're trying to do. Enough of the Rick Flag. I don't know why they're hyping him up as like, here he is and everything, the man connecting to everything. Like, no, bro. No! Give me Batman and Wonder Woman, for God's sake. Do the Trinity before all these other characters. Jesus Christ. But all in all, fascinating episode. Very interesting for where we're going to go from here, especially exploring the multiverse. And now that he's killed a parallel version of himself. And I don't think that I mean, they kind of already confirmed what I'm trying to theorize, that it really connects to what Lex Luthor did originally, but they haven't laid out if it's like a byproduct of him meddling with pocket universes. I think it is a thing where it screwed up Chris's room, which then synced with other rooms. To my point earlier where I'm like, how do they just not explore the room and be like, oh my God, another door. What happens if I put my code in? Holy shit, another version of myself. I think it never existed, but because of Lex Luthor's meddling, it created a way to explore these other universes. Specifically, Chris to Chris, because it's all doors leading to the one room of their equipment and their stuff. Again, how August Smith got that tech, I have no idea. Hopefully we find out, because it took a mind like Lex to create such a world. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait till next episode. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. I'll wait till next week. So on the topic of that, next week again, dropping on a Thursday, Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 2. It's going to be a little weird with Daredevil, and I'll explain that during my Season 2 finale reaction, because there's going to be a discussion to be had between me and you, the viewer, because I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm just going to hop into Season 3 or do a spinoff show or what. But that's for Daredevil, and again, just we'll still continue with Peacemaker, but Daredevil's kind of a mystery as of right now. So until then, have a great rest of your day, rest well, and until the next.